Hey, what's up guys? My name's Jessica. I'm a full service independent escort from Brisbane, Australia. I also host the Latex Files podcast and I create content on TikTok and Instagram. Today I'm going to be answering a question that was left on my TikTok, which was, do I ever get attached to my clients? I'm also going to answer more generally, do escorts generally, to my knowledge, ever get attached to their clients? Okay, so when we talk about attached, I'm assuming some more kind of like romantic attachment. Do I get like romance feelings? Well, that has only happened to me in the course of working almost 4 years. I've only ever really had one instance where I felt like I had the feels for a particular client. And a lot of you will know the story. I don't really want to get in there at this juncture and retell the story for like the 10th time, but safe to say it didn't work out in the end because he wasn't the type of person. He wasn't the person that I thought he was. Other than that, no, I don't form romantic attachments to my clients, although I do care for them as people. I do genuinely want to see them happy and thriving and living their best lives. And I'm very humbled and grateful and feel very special to be able to be a piece of that puzzle in their life to where they're having, a really good life. But I don't want to necessarily be with them in terms of a romantic partner interest. For me, with the one client that I had formed an attachment to, I could really tell that I had formed an attachment to him. I mean, in hindsight is always 20/20, right? But in the moment, it took me a little bit of time to actually think, oh, I think I'm actually more into this guy. And how I knew that was a couple of things. So firstly, the booking time, I'm usually not counting down the clock at all by any stretch. I'm enjoying the time that I'm spending with the client, but I certainly feel that when I get to the end of the booking, okay, it's the end of the booking and I'm comfortable with it ending. Now, there was that one client who I ended up dating where I would get to the end of the booking time and my feeling inside was like, I don't want it to end. So I know that I have a lot of clients who will come and see me and they will get to the end of their booking time and they feel that feeling like, I don't want this time to end. And I totally get that feeling and appreciate that feeling. I have not had that feeling for anyone except for the one person. And again, that's not because I'm not enjoying my time. Of course, I'm enjoying the time that I'm spending with the client, but I'm not forming that attachment in like my heart, I suppose, where I'm like yearning after that person. The second way that I sort of knew and picked up on it was that when I text some of my clients sometimes and I will check in with them occasionally to see like, how are you going? Haven't heard from you a little bit. And these are the ones in a little bit. And these are the ones that tip me for my time. So I've got a few, maybe 4, I think at the moment, that do sling me a bit of money, or maybe 4 or 5 that do sling me a little bit of money to have a bit of more text chit chat with me. But I'm not sitting there thinking like every day, oh, I really want this person to message. Whereas with the one that I got attached to, yes, I found myself, getting excited every time my phone would go and I would see it's him. And then I'm looking at my phone going like, I'm getting the feel good feeling inside. Escorts more generally, yes, you occasionally get feelings for clients. Occasionally, escorts will form attachment with their clients and it's like genuine romantic interest. But what I want to stress is it's really, really rare. Like it is incredibly rare. I know of a couple of ladies in the industry that have been in the industry for like 10 years and they've spoken about this publicly, that each of them has dated 3 clients. I've heard them speaking about it. So out of the hundreds, you can only imagine hundreds and hundreds of men that they have seen over the course of 10 years, it's 3 apiece. So again, obviously it's pretty rare. I don't think it's unusual for clients to form an attachment or romantic sort of love feeling for us as the escort. You've got to understand that, we are providing that feel good feeling. That's like really, it's it's the fantasy, I suppose. I mean, it's not that it's not real. It is our real sort of personality. And it's not that we're leading clients down a garden path and really pretending to be people we're not. But we are giving our best feeling to them. We are giving, 110% effort and validation and sexual energy. And we are looking at and smelling amazing and being super nice to them. And in that case, when you are getting that sort of royal treatment, it's easy to understand why you can develop those feelings towards someone. And I think it's really a personal choice for you as the client if you do feel that way, like I am forming a love interest with this woman, like you feel like you're in love with the woman. It's really a personal choice, I guess, whether you open up and tell her about it or whether you don't. I mean, and you can't control her reaction to that. And no reaction is wrong or right, because every person is entitled to do with that information what they want to do with that information. You have to be prepared for her to either shut you down and say, look, this is a working relationship only. So like, I appreciate that. And that's what I would say in response. Like, I would certainly understand and be happy to see that person. Like, me personally, I don't think I would cut that person off unless there was other like instances of like boundary pushing and things like that, or like stalking or trying to get involved unduly in my life. If it was just a disclosure, like, oh, I'm having these sort of love feelings for you, I'd be kind of like, well, color me surprised. But while I appreciate you and, I sincerely am grateful, and I'm happy that you feel that this is a safe space where you can tell me that, at the end of the day, like, we're not going to go riding off on horseback into the sunset together, but more than happy to continue to see you. There are other ladies, though, you have to be prepared that there are other ladies that go, oh my gosh, it's too much. So they really will get freaked out at the idea of it crossing over into the realm of their personal life and feelings getting involved. So if you want to tell a lady that, you just have to be prepared that, she's going to shut you down and say, I think it's time that you go see someone else. Like, I can't be dealing with this level of emotion. So it's really up to you, I guess, how to play it and what you want to do. There is, of course, always the chance that maybe she says that feelings are reciprocated. Like, certainly in my case, when I had that one instance with that particular client that he had expressed that to me, I'd said at the time, like, there's nothing here, like, I'm happy to keep seeing you in a work context if you like, but that's all this is. We're not riding off into the sunset together. But then, over time, then I started to realize that I was developing feelings in response. Okay, so it sort of developed off from there. Well, I hope that was some interesting sort of information. Let me know in the comments. I'm sorry I'm not able to sit there really and reply to comments. Those reasons, are out of my control, but I can occasionally. So maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks, I can sort of go through here and there and reply to some comments, but I can see them. So do drop a comment and tell your story. Have you seen escorts before? Have you developed feelings? Have you ever dated an escort? Like, how did that come about? I'd be really interested to know. And that's all I have time for today, guys. If you do feel like tipping me for my time, feel free to click the Buy Me a Coffee link below. It really helps me because I don't earn money from any of this. If you want to hear a little bit more about FS World, the adult industry more generally, please head on over to Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you might get your podcasts, and have a search for The Latex Files. Again, my name is Jessica, and yeah, you can find me on TikTok, Instagram, or have a click around. I'm a Googleable person. Thanks, guys.